Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now I'm actually going to do a very short review on this. I was actually filming kind of like a look with it, but I was like, there's so many videos on it and I really wasn't going to buy it, but somebody asked me if I was so I could review it. And that is the Anastasia Subculture palette. Now to be honest with you guys, when I saw the picture on Trend Mood on Instagram, I was definitely not interested in this palette whatsoever. And not because I don't love Anastasia palettes. I have her Modern Renaissance palette. I have the Master palette by Makeup by Mario. I have her single eyeshadows, which I love. They're like my holy grail. But I don't know, like the colors in this just didn't scream to me. So if you guys can see, this is my Modern Renaissance. Like, she was well loved when I had her. And when I mean that, like, girl, look at these three colors right here. I love like this part of the palette, not so much this part. Like these, yes, these, no. This orange is okay. I was never a fan of this Cypress Umber for the sheer fact that I felt like it was really hard to blend. I would put it in my crease and I felt like it would just create a line. So I never really like dark colors in the Anastasia palettes. I love her single eyeshadow dark colors, but for some reason the ones in her palette I always find really difficult to blend. So that's just my take on it. When I saw the Subculture palette, I was like, like these aren't my colors whatsoever. As you guys can tell, this is a very like cool tone palette. I am very warm. I'm like, okay, it has like an orange, like a muted orange and a muted yellow, like, you know, those are my colors right now. But I'm like, I'm not really into like the blues and the greens. And I was like, should I get the palette? Should I just pass on it? Should I save the $42 and buy it for something else? But I'm like, you know what, somebody asked me to review it, so, you know, I'm gonna bite the bullet. And if I don't like it, Macy's and Anastasia have great return policies. So I was like, you know what, the worst that can happen is I use it, I don't like it, and then I return it and get my money back. So it's not the end of the world. But, you know, it has the same packaging as the other one. I don't mind if it gets dirty. The feel of the felt doesn't bother me. I don't have any issues with it. It has a nice mirror, as always. And these are the colors. And I do want to say something. Usually the brushes that come in the Anastasia kits are bomb. This one, not so much. This side where you pack on the blush is bomb.com. This side where you blend, this brush is so gosh darn scratchy. I was like, yeah, no. It's a no for me, dog. I was really focused on New Wave because I saw a lot of people saying that the fallout was severe. So I was tapping my brush in it and nothing. Swirled my brush. If I swirled my brush, which I just did right now, obviously you can see all that fallout, but I don't really swirl my brush in palettes unless it's one of those palettes that has a drier formula. So going into this, I knew that this formula was a little bit trickier because it was a lot more powdery, so I decided to go in with a lighter hand. Obviously, here's the thing. I know there's also a lot of drama saying, if you don't know how to use it, you're not a pro, you know how to blend things. Here's the thing, you can use eyeshadow whatever way you want to use it. If you're paying your money on this and you want to mix certain colors and they fade out into each other, or you want to swirl your brush in something, by all means, that is your choice because it is your money, it is your palette, you purchased it. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do makeup, so I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. But when I swirled my brush in New Wave, I noticed that there was more fallout than if I just like lightly tap my brush in it. I do have pigment and it is still powdery, but it's not as bad. When I tap my brush in it lightly, it kind of has around almost a little bit less fallout than the Sephora Pro Warm palettes. Those have a lot of fallout, but they blend beautifully. Access was another color that gave people issues, and this one is very powdery compared to the other ones, and not in a bad way. Like as I said, like if you don't like a lot of powder when you do your eyeshadows, this is not the palette for you. The Sephora Pro Warm palette is not for you. I will go for a palette that has a drier formula that, you know, you really gotta swirl your brush in just to get that pigment. But this is not that type of palette. Hell, if you want to swirl your brush in there, girl, go ahead. You just, a lot more product is gonna get used than if you were just to tap it. The fallout for me was very minimal compared to like what I saw on other YouTube videos. Like I saw people and like the eyeshadow was raining down. I was like, girl, call customer service, girl, because you know that's a makeup emergency. Call customer service. Abort mission, abort video, and call customer service because you deserve your money back. But honestly, this palette kind of surprised me. It's not my favorite palette. Let me just put that out there. It's not my favorite palette because it's a cool tone palette. When I was doing looks, I was having great difficulty. Like the look that I have on now, I'm not like in love with. In the outer V, I use Untamed. So this is Untamed, right? It's like a darker green, like a green blue. Beautiful, beautiful. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna put that in my outer V. Then I was like, for the lid, the inner part of the lid, I was gonna use Destiny. So Destiny is like a brownish green, and I was like, yes, I'm for it. So if you look at these colors side by side, they look nothing alike. Girl, when I put Destiny right next to Untamed, the color blended into one. I was like, wait, where to go? I don't know what it was, but like these two greens just blended in and it looked like one color, and it didn't really oxidize. It just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I used colors that were in the same color like family, but I was like, like they're two different greens, like, you know what I mean, right? Like they're two different colors. So I was a little confused on why it blended that way. I'm not a fan of Cube for the fact that it looks white but it's actually an iridescent color. I'm like, I'm a girl, I ain't gonna get no use out of that. So that but that's just me. Like, let me just be honest, that's me. I don't really like iridescent colors like that on my lids. I love New Wave, like New Wave, this orange right here. Oh, I love it. This is like a muted yellow. I feel like I have so many muted yellows now that I'm like, I'm gonna need a neon yellow because these muted yellows are pretty, but I want a neon yellow. Access is beautiful in the pan. Like, look at this. It's like a bluish, like green, beautiful. Oh, it's stunning. But I feel like when I put it in the crease, it just blends into nothing. Even all over the lid, it blends into nothing. Like, it blends into blah. And I'm like, how can it be so pigmented when you first put it on and then it just fades so quickly? I noticed that the green and the blues were a little bit more difficult to blend than, let's say, New Wave and Roxy, which are kind of like the everyday, like, neutral colors. But also, these aren't colors that I'm used to working with. I like browns, I like nudes, I could do bright colors, but like these dark colors are just not what I'm used to. So it's a learning experience. Do I think you should spend $42 on this palette? That is entirely up to you. My advice is do your research. Weigh the pros and cons. Watch as many videos as you can. Read as many reviews as you can. Look at the colors. Say, am I really going to use this? Is it something, am I going to get my $42 worth out of this palette? Personally, I don't think so. Like, I think like how I did with the Modern Renaissance, I probably hit pan on New Wave, Roxy, probably Fudge, and Edge. Like, those are the only 4 colors out of this palette that I would use. That's just my personal preference because these colors just don't speak to me, and I knew that before I even bought it. I really bought it for a review, not because I was diehard for this palette. Do I think it's the worst palette in the world? No, girl. I feel like it has just as much fallout as the Modern Renaissance. It has just as much fallout as the Sephora Pro palette. Just as a lot of fallout as a lot of my palettes lately. So I don't know if it's the formula, the way that they're pressing it, the way that they're making eyeshadows on, I don't know. Fallout has never been an issue for me. Blendability is what matters. They're a little bit hard to blend compared to my ColourPop and compared to my Makeup Geek and my other Anastasia single eyeshadows and my Sephora Pro, but it's not difficult. Like, it just takes a little bit more work, a little bit more elbow grease to get it done. But at the end of the day, please do your research before you buy any makeup product. Scratch that. Before you buy any product, please do your research on the brand, on the customer service, on the shipping, on if somebody got something that was broken, everything. Please do your research and do it well, because it's so disheartening to see somebody and be like, oh my god, I bought this product and it's utter crap, and now that I look back, I see everyone saying that these products are crap. Please do your research. Like, that is your hard-earned money. You are making that money, and I cannot stress enough how important it is to do research. It doesn't matter if it's just like this tiny thing as makeup. You don't know how products are going to perform on you. You don't know if you're going to get an allergic reaction. You don't know if it's made with products that can burn your skin. Like, please, 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 if you could take anything from this video, is please do your research before you buy any product and be your own judge of character. I personally think it's an okay palette. It's not the worst palette in the world. It's not the best palette in the world. Would I purchase it again? Personally, no, because it's not colors that I would use. Do I think that this palette is worth $42? No, I think you get another palette that's a lot less cheaper, for better quality, that not only has, I mean, even if it has fallout, it's a lot easier to blend. So that's just my 2 cents. It's not the worst. It's not the best. It is what it is. That brush though, gotta go. That blendy part of it, gotta go. As always, don't forget to follow me on my social media, my Snapchat, my Instagram. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you bought the palette, if you want it, if you like it. Let it go know in the comments down below. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You know you want to, and send your friends and tell their friends to come subscribe to my channel. As always, guys, I hope you truly enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.